Hey, what is up, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It is a scorcher out there. I know, at least for us down here in Southern California. I don't know where you live. If you're watching live on YouTube, go ahead and tell me in the chat where you're listening from, where you're watching from, and let me know how hot it is in your neck of the woods. I want to know. I'm very curious. Welcome, everybody, to Side Friend Chronicles. It's your girl, Estela the Bella. Happy to be here. My hair is making me sweat. Like, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this because I got hella lights on me too. So we'll see. Let's fucking play. Again, happy Thursday. It's hot as balls here, and it's so bright. I feel like every other time I've we're at that point in the year where it's like the longest days of the year, and it's going to start getting darker sooner. But this is my favorite time of year. I love when the sun comes out early. A lot of people don't like that because they like it to be dark when they sleep. I can sleep with light. Like, I'm good. And I like when the sun sets later in the day. I like to have as many hours of sunlight as possible, even if I'm not out there. It just does something for my mood. After living in Oregon for 7 years, I attended college there, and Go Ducks. But living in gloom for 7 years of your life and only having like 2.5 months every year of like actual sunlight just makes you appreciate it so much more. Like, I'm from Southern California. I was born and raised in San Diego County. But I have lived in other states, and honestly, nothing beats it here. It's very expensive. It's very crowded, right? The freeways suck always, but you cannot beat the climate. You cannot beat how beautiful it is. You cannot beat the fact that I'm only a drive away from the beach. I'm, not too far from the desert. I'm not far from the mountains. Like, we have it all here. So I see the appeal, but also just come to visit and go home because we don't really want anybody else to live here. So let's check the chat because you guys are actually talking to me, which I super appreciate today, because I did not, how I usually come to you guys and I have like topics prepared and I'm ready to like teach you guys something and process some shit with you guys. That is not the case today. I have not had the time to like breathe and like do some research. Like, it's been crazy busy. I have a really big, I don't know, I don't want to say month because June has flown by the way. I just realized next week is like the last week of fucking June. Like, how'd that happen? It just started, right? But July is going to be crazy. So I leave to the Bahamas in like 2.5 weeks. I have like a 10-day work trip coming up. I'm really, really excited, but that means lots of work. I've been crazy busy and trying to prepare myself for that trip, and all of that has been a lot. And, just spending time with loved ones and stuff. I'm just trying to manage it all. Even just work in itself, in those hours that I'm supposed to be, focused on that's even just like ton going on. Okay, so you guys responded. Let's see. We got William Lewis in the house. What's up, William? I appreciate your support. You are in Los Angeles as well. Okay, so nice and hot. You kind of have similar weather. Probably a little hotter than me because I'm on the coast. Agnetha, happy to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you very much. Keith is a real one. Keith is a loyal listener and supporter of this podcast. We love you, Keith. Keith is an artist as well, guys. So make sure you guys check out his art. Talented. He's in Connecticut, so he's coldies. Larry is coming from Austin, Texas. 102 degrees. Hell no. And that's probably like humid, right? That's like sticky balls hot. Okay, that's a big no for me. Like my thighs right now are like trying to separate because it's fucking, they're like it's sticky. Not like that. Not, yeah. I just realized how that came out. That's not what's happening. They're like sticking together. So I keep like, it's sweaty. It's a mess. It's a mess down there. Alan's watching from his bed, wherever that's located. I'm glad you're comfortable, Alan. Sup, Matt? Man, we tell you every week, dude, there are no more feet on this show. This is not that kind of show anymore. I am sorry. You can go to previous episodes or go check out Jimmy. Agnetha, you are in Canada. I had no idea. Thank you for showing up. I'm repping for Canada. Zumbo is in Nueva York. What's up, Zumbo? I'm so happy that you're here. I appreciate your support. Bart Joyce, what's cracking, homie? Wisconsin is in the house. South Carolina's in the house. We got Sacramento in the house. We got Philly in the house. What's up, guys? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're all here. I am so happy. Mr. Williams says, we get what you mean. Your thighs and not your. Yeah, exactly. It's hot. I'm hot. And then just my hair just sitting on my neck. It's not a fun time for me. I need to definitely shower after this. It's crazy. So, fuck, man. Do you guys have anything you want me to talk about? I really, for the first time, I think ever in the last 2 years of doing this podcast. Can you believe it's been 2 years? This podcast started 2 years ago, and it's crazy how fast it has grown. It continues to grow. Maybe it's a little slower now these days, but I'm still very proud of it. I'm still very happy. E. Williams wants to know if me and the other guy parted ways. He had to take a break, and we respect boundaries around these parts. We love Jimmy. Jimmy might come back next week. That's a maybe. He's taking all the time he needs, but in the meantime, your girl's holding down the fort. I have these like big man shoulders, so I can carry some shit. It's fine. Let's see. Matt Petro wants me to explain why I'm not showing my beautiful feet. First of all, thank you for calling my feet beautiful. Matt, I have explained this several times. There are so many episodes. The fact of the matter is it started off as us trolling the foot community because I told a story like almost 2 years ago about how I had a garden, and I think that I put my foot next to like a cucumber as like a scale, and a guy in Dubai reached out to me and offered to start paying me for pictures of my feet regularly. And I told this story on the podcast, and I said that I thought it was weird that somebody I didn't know would ask me that. And then some incel in the UK who has a foot fetish came across that video and thought that I was saying that people who have a foot fetish are weird. And that's not what I said. I said it was weird that somebody I didn't know would ask me for that. And this was like almost 10 years ago that this happened, you guys. Like, I didn't know that like the foot fetish community was as big as it was and like existed, you know, like I had no idea that that was like a thing, right? I was naive. I was like in my 20s, like I had no fucking clue that this existed. And then he got mad at me. He literally started harassing me on all my platforms. He would make huge paragraphs attacking me on YouTube. Some of the comments might still be there. We blocked him. And then when we blocked him, he'd come back as somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. He'd followed all my Instagram accounts because I have hella Instagram accounts. He'd harass the fucking shit out of me there. Literally didn't stop. And I tried to like be patient with him and like hear him. And then it just turned into this thing where if I didn't do every little thing he wanted me to do, he would just fucking get incredibly abusive. And I'm not with that shit. So we started trolling. Jimmy showed his feet as well. He really fucking hated that. And then we kind of put him away because, you know, that's not what this was. And then we brought him back. I don't know why. I don't remember. And then it kind of worked out. Like people asked for it. They like knew that I wasn't like hating or talking shit about the foot fetish community whatsoever. People just really, it was funny too, like funny/fun at the time. Like, but it also, those of you who are in the foot fetish community, you guys know that there is some people who really do ruin it for all the cool people, right? Like in any community, that's a thing. There's always those couple of people who fuck it up for the rest of everybody, right? And that's kind of what happened. Like this channel blew up because of my feet, right? Like, and Jimmy really tried to like let me, you know, make me feel like, well, they came for the feet, but they stayed for the conversation, right? He really tried to like reassure me that that's what was happening, but it's not, obviously, right? Because if y'all stayed for the conversation, more people would still fucking be here, right? What I don't want ever in my life, I will never, ever, ever, ever take attention over respect whatsoever. Like ever, 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 ever. Respect is like top for me. Attention, anybody else can fucking have it. I don't want it. And I am more than just that. I don't want people just sitting there fucking muting me and jacking off to my feet. Like, I'm not with that shit. I'm good. Like, I don't like it. It's not for me. I tried to appease people. I kept the foot page for a while on Instagram, and that shit like grew on its own. Like that has over 2,000 followers from like literally a handful of pictures. It's too demanding. I am not someone who does well with people telling me what to do. Like that shit. If you want me to do something, don't tell me to do it. Like, absolutely do not tell me to do it because I will do the fucking opposite. Like, that's who I am. Like, no. And that's what comes a lot with, like, selling foot pictures is sex work. Like, a lot of people try to say that it isn't, but it is. It's sex work. And that's not something I wanted to be. Like, and I'm not saying it's not a respectable profession. I think sex workers should have, like, rights and, like, all kinds of things set up for them. It's just not for me. Like, I worked my ass off in college as a single parent, like fucking killed that shit, graduated 4.17 cumulative GPA, like as a single parent, you know, working 3 fucking jobs, cleaning toilets at night. Like, I didn't do all that just to like, you know, sell out. And I'm not calling people who do it a sellout, but for me, it's just not my thing. So, and I just feel like I have more to me to share with the world than just that. And it just wasn't in integrity with who I am, and it didn't align with me. And so I had to cut it off, like for my personal, like my mental health, for my, anytime you want to elevate as a person, right, you got to cut the cinder blocks from your ankles that are pulling you down at the bottom of the pond. You know what I mean? And for me, that was one of those things. So that's what happened, Matt. I am sorry to disappoint you, but that is what it is. I did make a couple of appearances because, Jimmy started a whole other podcast where he can continue doing that, but not with me. He knows that worked, right? As far as content, views, and all that shit. So, we did drop in views. We dropped so many fucking subscribers. We lost a lot of subscribers with me quitting doing that. But we have actually built it back up to more than it was before that happened. And we did it, for me, I don't care what anybody says. To me, it's been done without the feet, right? And that right there is something that I am proud of. So here I am, not showing them, talking. Y'all can listen or you can dip out. I don't care because it doesn't, make me feel any type of way. Like, I'm at a place in my life where unfollowing me, unsubscribing, unfriending, uncousining, all that shit, it doesn't hurt me like it used to. It used to bother me because, there's that part of you growing up that just wants to please. And I'm at a point right now where, like, I am really on this whole fucking, like, what's meant for me won't miss me shit, right? Like, that's my like mantra right now. Everything, with all kinds of relationships, jobs, whatever situations, what's meant for me will not miss me. And that shit wasn't for me. Let it go. Guess what? Like, the shit is still growing. So I'm good. I'm happy. I'm all about making sure that I take care of me first. I cannot pour into anybody if I don't have anything in my cup. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. I don't take shit personally like I used to anymore. If you got to let me go in whatever capacity I'm in your life, if I'm someone you follow on social media and the things that I put out there aren't in alignment with you, cut me off. It's fine. I'm okay with it. If you're my family member and talking to me makes you feel some type of way, cut me off. Please fucking go. I love you. Do what's best for you. If you're my friend and you got to cut me off for whatever fucking reason, go. Please fill your cup. Go and be around whatever makes you happy and brings you peace and helps you elevate. If I'm not one of them, go. Please. That's where I'm at in life right now. So I hope that explained it to you. I really said a lot. Let's see here. I'm going to go to the comments because I haven't looked at those since I started talking. Bart says he tries to see me live when he can. Thank you, Bart. I appreciate you. Yorel says, Mr. Williams, that's what I'm going to call you because it's easier for me. You already know what I want you to discuss, and I found you during quarantine, and then you know the rest of the story. Yeah, I do. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. All the people that I have made friends with from the foot fetish community or are huge supporters of me, dude. Like, that shit does not... I don't take lightly to, like, that shit means so fucking much to me. You guys have no idea that. And it's crazy how, like, anybody who's ever been an entrepreneur or doing something, right, that, like, following your dreams, like, being so crazy and, like, just taking the fucking leap, right? Anybody who's ever done that knows how much more support you receive from strangers than you do your own people. And it's crazy. And you don't know, like, you don't fucking believe that that'll happen to you until you fucking try something, right? Like, when we started this podcast, I know people were like, oh God, here we go. Another fucking podcast. This is going to be fucking whack. You know, I'm not going to follow it. Like, and then when I really used to hype up this podcast, like when it was growing super fucking fast, right? Because part of marketing is like, you know, creating that excitement, broadcasting that excitement, trying to boost that shit, right? Like that's part of it. And when shit started looking like the numbers were really climbing, right? We were getting like 500,000 fucking impressions on YouTube, hundreds of thousands of fucking click, all kinds of things, right? We have videos with 65,000 views and 1,000 likes. Like we have videos that are pretty fucking big. That's when people were like, okay, I see you. Like, you know, like that's when friends or like acquaintances started coming around, clicking follow on Instagram. Like we got 4,000 something subscribers here on YouTube. There's only 500 followers on Instagram, right? Like it doesn't, like people don't really support you. And then once you hit a certain level, which I don't really broadcast it anymore, that's when people are like, oh, we've been down since what? No, we haven't. I noted that shit. Trust. So all the people who I've come across who fucking have ridden hard for me for the last, or for this podcast for the last 2 years, bro, you guys are my fucking people. And I know every single one of your fucking names, and I keep you guys in my head, and you are the people I do respond to on Instagram because you guys fucking hold me down. So, and anything, if you have some shit going on, you want me to share or hype up for you, like I got you. Please do not ever hesitate to ask because I will help. I will do what I can. Agnetha says, I hear that the U.S. has a lot of things going on. What was the weirdest thing you ever saw? I've seen some weird shit, Agnetha. God, I lived in the Pacific Northwest, dude. Like, that's a wild place to walk the streets of. Like downtown Portland, downtown Eugene. They're interesting places. You know, they have in Eugene, Oregon, there's whole ass groups of people who will ride their bike naked, butt ass naked through the city, and they don't get like stopped or anything. Like that's a thing. Like that's a whole event. Butt ass naked, riding their bikes. No, go away. Go away. Get the hell out of here. Don't interrupt me, please. Thank you. So they will ride their bikes butt ass fucking naked through Eugene. I have also been a 17-year-old girl going for a walk with my friend here in Southern California, and a guy pulling over with his pants to his fucking knees, jerking himself off. Like, I think he thought we were hookers. So that's cool. We were minors. That was disgusting. Bart says, I love seeing your feet, but I'm really on here to chat with one person I find really interesting. Baby girl, just you chatting with us is perfect for me. I'm a fan of you, period. Thank you. I appreciate you, Bart. So yeah, E. Williams, the foot content did get the most views, but I'm someone who is really, really high on quality over quantity, baby. So that's where I'm at. Larry says, hey guys, I've discovered that Estela is much more than a pair of feet. I've seen her feet, and yes, they are sexy, but her brains are more thought provocative. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you. E. Williams, being around for both, I appreciate you. Mr. Williams, you know I appreciate your support. Bart says, no lie, the feet thing was one of the reasons, but as a fan, the respect I have for you, trust me, I'm here for you in your conversation. Thank you. I appreciate that. He said, E. Williams says, hold up. Yeah, that's a bit much. If people are whipping up to your podcasts, I'm a foot guy, but I'm not doing that motherfucking far. Yeah, I appreciate that, E. Williams. A lot of people go super far. Don't even fucking think about it, bro. You know I'm looking at you and talking to you. Don't fucking smile. I always told you how the people meant to stick around here would. Yes. Yes, Mr. Williams, you've had my back on that. Bart says, you're amazing, Mija. Do you? Like I said before, do what you want, what you feel. Those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. That's right, 1000%. Zumbo, what's up? Oh, Daddy Goods, he says he's here. He wants to come back so bad, you guys. Should I let him? If you guys want me to bring Jimmy back, put it in the chat. If you guys say no, I won't let him. Just kidding. Look at that. Everybody saying hi to Jimmy. Yeah, you guys are my people for sure. I appreciate you so much. Oh, you want to talk about Loki? That motherfucker. Let me tell you. He's continuing to destroy cords, so that's fun times for me. I think people are asking me that I should put an Instagram account for Loki. I don't know if anybody would really actually follow that, but if you guys think Loki should have his own account, let me know. I might do it. He's a little Loki Ragnarsson fuck. So, yeah, here we go. We ride and we die. Number one OG here from the start. You know what I'm saying, G? Thanks, Morty. I still am convinced that you're Daddy Goods. Where did you go? I was gonna bring you in, but okay. Let's see. Thank you, Matt, for the compliments. Oh, okay. So some of you guys don't know. Bart, it's because you just started following my personal account on Instagram, so you don't know. But I have an asshole cat named Loki. His name is Loki Ragnarsson. He's got a fully Viking name. And really, that was a self-fulfilling prophecy, naming him that, because he's a little fucking god of mischief and destruction. He has chewed approximately 38 cords in my house, including phone chargers, Apple Watch chargers, MacBook chargers, video game headsets, external drive cords, charging dock cords. What else did that? My dongle. He chewed up my fucking dongle. That's like a $40 fucking item, so that's cool. What else has that little fuck? Oh, my last ring light. He chewed through that cord as well. He also climbs this. I had a green screen before, and I used to have like cool backgrounds. Apple should fucking sponsor Loki 1000%. He like runs to jump onto my curtains to swing on them like he's fucking Tarzan. Let's see. What else does that fuck do? Oh, he has scratched the paint off my bedroom doors. He likes to drink water fresh from the tap. Let's see. He's always attacking my other cat, who is 10 years old and tiny, because he's huge. He's like 15 pounds, maybe 16 pounds, and she's only like 6 pounds. Yeah, he's torn up some drapes. He has... What else has he done? That motherfucker. I'm telling you. Oh, my son's water bottle handle. Chewed the shit out of that. I think he's a husky in a cat's body. That's what I think he is. Because he's a little fucker. And yeah, that's Loki. He's very funny. He talks to me. If I talk to him and say his name, or I ask him where something is, he starts looking at the ceiling. He likes to hunt spiders. So that's what keeps him living in this house. He pays rent by killing spiders. And he's just really cute. He's a fucking asshole, but he's so cute. Yeah, that's Loki. That's Loki. And yeah. Well, anything else anybody wants to know? I'm fucking sweating balls here. Like, really, for reals. If I had balls, they would be sticking to my thighs 1000%. I don't know where Jimmy went. I thought he was going to come in. I told him not to because I wanted him to wait for a minute, but I think he took that as a no, like a solid no. So, yeah. Morty says he's like Daddy Goods, but 40% less black. Then you must be clear because Jimmy's not black at all. So, I don't know why you think that, Morty, but he's definitely not. Bart says, dude, I named one of my sons Ilario. It means God of romance. Middle name is Achilles, God of war. That man sounds like he's going to be very conflicted. Or it's like all is fair in love and war, right? Agnetha says, if you gave Loki a different name, do you think he would behave differently? I don't know. Part of me feels like when you name an animal something, they kind of live up to it. Like one of my best friends, her dog is named Debo, and he does definitely act like a Debo. So, yeah. E. Williams, there is no AC in here. I have the sliding glass door open. I have like 3 lights on me, and I'm wearing a dress, and I'm fucking sweating in all the places. Like there's under boob sweat. Like this is crazy. I'm a sweater though. I sweat like a lot. Like poor significant other. Like he'll go to like touch me and I'm just like fucking sweating and just like he's like, ew, dude, like gross. I'm like, I can't help it. I do drink a lot of water, but I've heard conflicting information regarding that. Like if you drink a lot of water, you sweat a lot. Or if you drink a lot of water, you're not supposed to sweat a lot. I don't know which it is. So if anybody here knows, let me know because I don't fucking know which one it is. All I know is I do drink a lot of water and I do sweat a lot. So, yeah. I swear all year round, it's the worst. That's why I hate the heat. I actually really love the heat. It's just standing here talking for an hour with like 3 hot lights beaming on me just so that you guys can see me and I don't look like a fucking weird troll. It makes it hotter. Plus it's like 80 degrees outside, so there's that. I don't like it being cold. Zumbo said, at least it isn't cold. I remember last time you had to close the door to put on socks. Yeah, last time I was podcasting, it got really overcast because I live on a coastal town. I live like 3 or 4 miles from the beach. And when it gets like, okay, so here's the difference. When you live in a place like I lived in Eugene, Oregon, right? In Eugene, Oregon, when it's 60 something degrees, or somewhere, you know, that's not Southern California, when it's 60 something degrees, people are like, it's warm outside. They come out in shorts, tank tops, t-shirts, that kind of attire, right? Me and my San Diego ass and being from down here, 60 degrees anywhere else and here is cold as fuck to me. So people here, it'll be 70 degrees, but if it's like the coastal 70 degrees, like cool, people are in fucking sweatshirts, jackets. I've seen bitches in Uggs. You know what I mean? Like it's cold for us Southern California people when it's like 70 and below. Like I don't fuck with that shit. Huge pussy when it comes to that, even though I have lived in Montana where I was, you know, negative 32 fucking degrees outside and you have to fucking shovel snow because you got to go to the grocery store. Like I have lived in some extreme weather places. But with that being said, because I've lived in different places where weather is completely different, Southern California is hands down the best place to live as far as weather, and I will take heat over cold any day. Let's see here. Bart says he loves the cold. He's from Wisconsin. E. Williams says it has nothing to do with water consumption, but it does have to do with dehydration and electrolytes and stuff like that. You're ridding your body of toxins through sweating. So if I'm sweating a lot, does that mean that I have a lot of toxins in my body, or that I need more electrolytes? I don't understand. Let me know. Agnetha says drinking water helps cool the body. Yeah, when you sweat, that's like your body's natural defense to like overheating, right? Just like shivering heats up your body. And that's why people like, when you have a fever, people are like, oh, cool them down, take their clothes off. And no, that's actually not what you're supposed to do, because shivering, when you feel cold like that, shivering will raise your body temp. So what I do, I'm not a doctor, so ask your doctor. But when I am in that state, I definitely bundle up more and put more blankets to try to like sweat it out. Bar says he gets crabby when it's hot and it's cold in Wisconsin 9 months of the year. Yeah, that sucks to me. Where in the world is it cool all year long? I have no idea. I don't know if something like that exists anymore, to be honest, with all this like global warming and climate change and shit. Larry says October through February is his favorite time of year. Yeah, that makes one of us, dude. Because here's my thing, too. Like I told you guys in the very beginning, I like me a long ass fucking as many hours as possible when it's sunny. And the winter, it's like dark hella early. And the sun doesn't, rise until super late. And that's just like, that makes me depressed. I don't fuck with that shit. I need sunlight. Bart says in Wisconsin, when it's 45 degrees, people are out there in shorts. Yeah, they're fucking crazy. It means I drink too much beer. I don't even really drink, so I'm kind of a square bear. I don't partake in too much substance abuse. E. Williams says, no, it just means that you're getting rid of toxins, but also you're getting rid of the good stuff like vitamins and minerals. Oh, okay, got it. So maybe that's why I drink more water, because I do sweat a lot. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite holiday is my birthday, so I never dress up for Halloween. Should I dress up for Halloween this year, guys? I haven't in a really, really fucking long time. My kids are older now. It's always been about taking them trick-or-treating. So now that they are older and they don't really like to trick-or-treat, because now I just buy candy and they fucking eat it. Maybe I could do something for Halloween. I don't know. My birthday is in January 22nd. Aquarius, gang. The best zodiac. Fight me. Keith prays for snow because he gets a lot of overtime. Well, in that case, Keith, I'm pro snow just for you. Mr. Williams, birthday tomorrow. I forgot you were a Cancer, dude. Happy birthday tomorrow. I'm sure I'll tell you tomorrow, but everybody wish Mr. Williams a happy birthday in the chat. I appreciate you guys. E. Williams' favorite holiday is Halloween, and you were born on Christmas. Oh, you love that you were born on Christmas. That's interesting. Most people that are born on Christmas fucking hate it because they only get like one present and don't really get special treatment. But maybe your family did right by you. Agnetha suggests that I dress up as Wonder Woman or Zatanna. I don't know who that is. I don't know who the second one is. I know who Wonder Woman is. Is Wonder Woman played out? Should I find some other character to... Bart says, I love Halloween, cosplay, sexy baby. That's funny. Thanks, Bart. That's nice. Let's see. It sucked as a kid, but now your wife hooks you up. Oh, well, see, there you go. You had people in your life who love you, who did right by you by not making your birthday suck because it landed on Christmas. That's dope. Zubo, who is Zatanna? Who is that? Am I even saying that correctly? I have to Google it now. I'm going to Google it, you guys, because it seems like that's a popular one. Who is it? Oh, I kind of like that. That actually would be super dope. Huh. I kind of wish I could share this photo with you guys. I definitely have to work out to do this, though. Actually, no, her belly is covered. So let's see. I mean, I will just because I want to stay healthy. That would actually be really fun. I like that idea. Let's not let me forget that. Zatanna is probably going to be the one that happens. That could be super dope. I might be into that one. I got to start shopping. Pictures to come. I loved Katana from Mortal Kombat. That was my favorite. I like that you guys are pulling up all these old school ones too. That's pretty dope. Alex Ross, my favorite comic book artist version. Yeah, Chun-Li from Street Fighter. All the good games. Man, bring back good games, huh? I used to play Mortal Kombat at an arcade, and I just, I played like a fucking chick. I was pushing all the buttons, but I'd kick ass. So I don't know how I did it. Obviously, I couldn't repeat anything unless it was by chance, but that was fun. I feel like today's podcast, instead of really having something to talk about, I'm just shooting the shit with people in the chat. I don't hate it, but maybe people listening on the audio will. Oh, well, that's their problem. Let's see here. Huh, okay. Well, you guys, thank you for contributing to possible Halloween costumes. If y'all are listening to this in audio or later on YouTube and you have a suggestion for a Halloween costume for me, drop it in the comments or comment on the reel for this episode in the Side Friend Chronicles Instagram, which is right here. And yeah, fuck, it's hot, you guys. I'm dying. I am dying. Are you guys having fun today? Because you guys are a lot more engaged today than you have been previously. Or maybe this was just a sweet spot time-wise between East and West Coast. Let's see. Superwoman. Is there such thing as a superwoman? I've never seen a superwoman in any movie or anything like that. Is that a thing? Has Marvel done that? Is it Marvel or DC Comics? I don't know. I honestly, they're all the fucking same to me. And to be honest, guys, I have not ever super been into it. I would be a fraud if I sat here and pretended that I knew all the stuff. I don't know any of that shit. Mr. Williams says, I'm just hyped because you're still at it and I'm going to age again tomorrow and it feels like things are looking up. So I'm in a great place today. That is awesome, Mr. Williams. I am happy to hear that. I also feel like I'm in a really good place right now, even though like there are so many things in life, right, that are just not certain. And like nothing in my life right now is certain. But I honestly couldn't be happier. Like, I feel like for the first time in a really long time, I am genuinely happy. Like, genuinely happy. And there's not one thing, honestly, like, obviously there's things in my life that if like that changed, right? Like, I love my job. I love the people I work with. Like, I had a group chat with a couple of coworkers this morning that was, I just fucking like laughing my ass off because of the way that we all just fucking get along. And it like, that's really great to have that at work. I don't feel like everybody gets that at work. So if my work situation changed, that would suck. It would bum me out. But like, I'm at a place where like letting go of shit doesn't hurt. Like, it's not gonna kill me. It might hurt, but it's not gonna hold me down forever. And that is honestly so fucking liberating. And I think that because it's so liberating, I'm in a place where I'm just fucking happy. Like, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Anything like, obviously there's so much shit, right, that in my life maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago, right now that hasn't changed, but I was so stressed out and miserable. And right now, like, I'm trusting myself so much more and really like journey focused right now that like I'm not even paying attention to destinations. Like, I do like direction, right? But the destination is not important to me. Like, I'm really just trying to be present and enjoy the journey of my life right now. So definitely fucking happy. Let's see what you guys are saying here. I do know Chespirito. That's not gonna happen. I grew up watching that shit. My car insurance found out my son has his license and they doubled the price of my insurance. Yeah, that fucking sucks. And I heard like young boys, right? Teenage boys to like early 20s boys, car insurance is more expensive for that demographic specifically. So that sucks. I'm glad I have a daughter. She's going to be driving next year. I've already started teaching her how to drive. Which is kind of scary because she's learning in a stick. My car is stick. And so it is a lot more thinking than just gas brake, right? So, but once she gets it down, she can drive fucking anything. And that's what I'm excited for. Let's see. Being as happy is good because being sad or depressed is so harmful. Yeah. And it's hard to like, when people are depressed, like, they tend to sit in it really long because they don't see how to get out, right? And like, I've been there. I've definitely been there, but I've also been really good my entire life. And before, I don't think that this was healthy, but I have the ability to detach myself from my feelings, like pull myself out of it, to like sit with it like logically. I can separate like my brain and my heart. And before, I know that was like a coping mechanism, right? Like avoidance, right? Avoid this. You don't have to deal with it right now, and eventually it'll go away, but it doesn't. And so I've really had to and have been on this like over the last 9 months, no more than that, because we're like almost in fucking, yeah, like 9 months have been on this like journey of like personal development, mostly because of where I work. Also because I'm 30 fucking 7 years old, and I am in a place where like where I'm at right now in my life, you guys, this is where I dreamed of being 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago, I left my kid's dad. I had no money, not one fucking dollar, right? I had nothing because I didn't work. I stayed home with the kids. I was a stay-at-home mom for 4 years. And I decided one day that enough was a fucking enough. A lot of things, right? I'm not going to tolerate whatever the fuck was happening there. I'm not trying to blast all of that bullshit here. But also, there is more to me than just being a stay-at-home mom. I was not, like, I felt like my mind, like your mind is a terrible thing to waste, right? And I felt like I was wasting away and I had to go, right? I wasn't happy in that relationship. That person supported me financially, and that was about it. So I had to go, and I packed everything I could fit in my little fucking PT Loser. I call it a PT Loser. It's a PT Cruiser. Fucking hate those cars. All my clothes, my kids' clothes, and a couple of their toys, right? They were 5 and 3. And I think I borrowed like $150 from my mom to drive 1,000 miles away, and ended up living in her house for like 3 years. It took me 3 fucking years to get on my feet. You know, being a single parent, working a few part-time jobs that were flexible with kids' school, and me being a full-time student as well. That shit was so hard. It was so fucking hard. I slept on, like, I bought my kids bunk beds, and I had an air mattress, and my cats popped it. So I oftentimes slept on a hardwood floor. And I'd only sleep like 3 or 4 hours, maybe mostly 3 hours, because a lot of the times I got off work at 3:30 in the morning. I was cleaning toilets all night at gyms. And have to get my kids up at 6:30, get them ready for school, get ready for school myself, go to school, take, all the things. And at that point in my life, I could not wait to be where I currently am. And like where I currently am, although it's where I wanted to be then, but now, like, the dream is higher now. I'm aiming higher, right? I want to own a house now, like, and I want to see the world, and I want to fucking like build a life with somebody. Like, that's not something I wanted 10 years ago. 10 years ago, if you told me like, hey, do you ever want to be married one day? I'm like, fuck no, dude. Absolutely not. Like, no fucking way. I don't want those problems, right? And now I'm 37. I'm like, damn, I really want to fucking tag team life with someone. Like, I want to build some shit with someone. Like, I want that like companionship, like partner, like hold you down, fucking love you, be my best friend, not be everything, but be a lot of it, like I want that. And so now that I've gotten to the point where, okay, like that first dream was fulfilled, right? I am independent. I can pay all my bills, and I do. I'm broke as fuck, but all my shit is paid. My kids are fucking amazing. They're amazing. They're such good people. They're good kids. They're funny. They're caring, compassionate. Like, they're well-mannered. Like, I am currently living my dream from 10 years ago. And so, with that being said, this whole like personal development and all that shit is all like, I'm starting to ascend again. Like, I was here, and I was here for a little bit, right? COVID didn't help nobody. Now I'm beginning climbing again. And I'm starting to enjoy the fucking journey, right? I didn't super enjoy that 10-year journey to get where I'm at right now. But I wouldn't change a fucking thing everybody always says like, oh man, if I could go back, I would change this, I would change this, I would change this. And like, it's easy to think like that. And I have definitely thought like that. But at this point, I cannot allow myself to think like that, because I wouldn't be who I am right now had I not gone through every little fucking thing that I gone through. So, and I love who I am right now. Right now, I am like the best version of myself that I've ever been, and it's only getting better, right? So, I love that for me. I want that for everybody that I interact with. And that's why I'm in a place where, like, if you got to go and cut yourself off from me, like, please do, you know, like, that's just where I'm at, because it's trimming, right? Like, you're getting rid of the shit that doesn't serve you anymore. Everybody has a fucking purpose. Some people's purpose is short term, some people's purpose is long term. But like, I'm just focused on the journey, guys. I hate stagnancy. And anybody who wants to like hop on that fucking ride up with me, like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's roll. If you got to get off here, go ahead. I'm not stopping, so you got to tuck and roll. You know, like, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why the fuck I said all that. I don't know what the point was, but I love myself. Journey focused. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's see. What does everybody have to say in the comments? Bart says, it's like, why stress out on shit you can't control? Yeah, I mean, it's easier said than done, right? I've been there. Definitely been that person. Sometimes I default back to that programming, but I'm working on the unlearning right now. Let's see. Mr. Williams says, hey, just reminded me of something. People sometimes, when speaking about past relationships, usually only tell what their ex went wrong, but usually don't talk about their part in it. Sure. He wants to know why I think that is. I think it's easy to point the finger at other people. It's really, really hard to admit when you're wrong and your contribution to like why your life is the way it is, right? It's like holding yourself accountable and holding yourself responsible for the way your shit has turned out. I will say that I was not perfect. I was really young, you guys. I started seeing my kid's dad when I was 20 and he was 29. He's 9 years older than me. I had no clue what I was doing. I started raising 2 kids that I didn't give birth to, and they are amazing now, but I know there was a lot of shit that I didn't do right. But what I will say is I know I tried my best, and I tried my best to do right by them. I know sometimes I fell short, but I think that the fact that they are 26 and 24 now and still love me and still embrace me, and I still have a relationship with them is evidence that I didn't do everything wrong. As far as that relationship went, I was not perfect. But it's flaws aren't the problem. I'm okay with people having flaws. It's disloyalty, you know, and abuse of any form that I wasn't willing to tolerate, and haven't tolerated it. I did have a situation happen to me about a year ago, like over a year ago now, actually, where that something happened that was crossing the fucking line. But I'm no longer part of that, and that, you know, is growth. Let's see. So I don't know. I think people don't like to talk about their part in it because the truth hurts. The truth is painful. It's a tough pill to swallow. You have to hold yourself accountable. And then when you have to reflect on yourself, not everybody loves what they see, right? Nobody likes to really a lot of people don't actually do the work on themselves, right? A lot of people say, oh, I'm healing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But if you really look, if like you really fucking pay attention to how they talk, how they behave, and all these things, you sit back and you fucking really observe, their words and their actions are not on the same path. You know, like a lot of people do what I used to do, and it's avoidance, right? And they think that if they sweep it under the carpet, it's going to go away, but it always shows its ugly fucking face. So my suggestion is sit with it and really fucking stare at it. Like sit literally in front of a mirror until you get to that figurative mirror and really like see yourself and can be honest with yourself. That it's not hard. It takes a lot of time. I just barely started fucking doing it like 9 months ago, right? And I'm in a better place now. I'm not fully done, but I'm making moves. I'm improving, and that's the fucking goal, right? Progress, not perfection. I want that connection myself, but not many deserve me. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm not just anyone. No, not, and you shouldn't be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't want to be everybody's cup of tea. I want to be one person's fucking bomb ass cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Like that's me. I want to be that person's order every single time. That's me. I don't want to be everybody's cup of tea. Ever. I'm not for everybody. I'm not for the weak. That's for damn motherfucking certain. Let's see. Trimming, yes, we level up like we do in video games, so we have to level up with life's challenges. Yes, absolutely. Bart says he would not change anything. If he did, he wouldn't have the children. Right, I wouldn't have my kids right now. Like, I hated that fucking relationship, but my kids are dope as fuck. Larry says, damn, Stella, you've been through some heavy shit. Oh, bruh, you guys don't even know the half of it. Let's see. I am pretty much an open book, though, for the most part. I do believe that there's a lot of power in sharing your story. And I don't share my story to try to, like, I don't know, for any kind of sympathy or anything like that. More for, like, if people can relate to it, then they know that they're not alone. And if they know that they're not alone, it helps people come up out of it, you know? So that's my goal in sharing as much as I do share how I share it on all the platforms. Let's see. And so Bart says, I was wrong, but my damn self, but would not blame it on my ex. Yeah, no, that's good. Zumba loves to hear the growth and pride. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mr. Williams says, this mother's spitting. Yes. So, damn, guys, I think that we're here. We've arrived. It's been an hour. I'm sweating fucking balls. And I think that we turned this podcast around today. It went from just fucking nothing to really something. So I'm happy about it. I'm in a good place. Transparency and holding yourself accountable is puro chef's kiss. I agree. We all got to do it, right? It's not pretty, but I swear to God, you guys, when you come out the other side, you're going to feel better about yourself and your life. Oh, Matt says, you rock. Keep going strong by doing your podcast solo. Thank you. Thank you. I think Jimmy's coming back next week, though, guys. So if he does, we'll welcome him. He tried to come on earlier today, but I was in the middle of a fucking thing, so I didn't want him to interrupt me. And then I think he thought I was telling him no. So we'll see what happens next week. Like I said, he was just taking a break. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm not taking a break because I'm not like I love this shit. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you. Thank you guys for helping bring the conversation and topics out of me today. There wasn't really topics. We were just really talking some shit out, weren't we? Me with you guys. I appreciate you so much for staying throughout the entire show, for those of you who did, and especially to those of you who participated in the conversation. That fucking means the world to me. And hope to see you guys next week. It'll be Thursday. I don't know exactly what time. We'll see. I try to balance it with East and West Coast, plus work, plus kids. My son was at jiu-jitsu and wrestling today. So, yeah. Let's see. Had to fire that guy that mows my lawn today. He just wasn't cutting it. I like that one, Keith. That's funny. But before I sign off, can I show my pedicure? And can I show it? Yeah, no, I can't. I'm standing. I'm not that flexible. I'm not going to lift my foot like right here. That's weird. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Agnetha. Oh, my dress is kind of like, it's like, I'll post, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'll post a boomerang of this dress, and you'll see what it is. It's an old one. I'm not going to do a new one. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I'll post an old boomerang of this dress so that you can see this dress. It's super cute. I've had it for years. And yeah. Richard Rubio, you gotta scroll back to Miss Solo Dolo episode. Go check that one out. It'll explain everything to you. Jimmy's just taking a break. It's not really dramatic as everybody probably thought it was. We cool around these parts. All right. So you guys have a beautiful week. Thank you guys for tuning in. And hopefully I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye. Go look in that mirror. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And yeah, holler at your girl.